guys, so today is on this gorgeous palette from It'sMyRayeRaye. Mine is kind of dirty, just because I'm like filthy with my makeup, but it does have this really pretty like pinky rose goldy packaging, and then of course this little rose gold emblem. There are 21 colors in here. It folds out 3 times. There is a mirror that is also filthy. The eyeshadow selection, and then the contour palettes. I'm going to get into contouring my face real quick because I look like a potato. I have set my entire face. I didn't use any cream bronzers or anything like that because I want all of the attention to be on these guys. I'm going to go down to this bottom row right here and contour, and I'm going to go into Mocha. Brownie Bit is really gorgeous. I use it all over my eyes, but it's much, much too deep for me. This stuff is really pigmented, so I'm just being really careful. I used it for my Thanksgiving makeup with my family, and I definitely underestimated the pigment in the BH Cosmetics face powders. So if you guys didn't watch my video that I uploaded yesterday, I am like super sick and it just keeps getting worse. Today, I like feel like I'm hearing underwater. I guess there's like a lot of fluid in my ears, just from pressure buildup, I'm sure. But it literally sounds like I'm underwater listening to the world. These are super pigmented, but I'm finding that they're really blendable. Hopefully it doesn't look too harsh on camera. I always like to contour my forehead. I think I might get bangs soon. I think I have a bangable amount of forehead. And I recently fried my hair, so my little baby hairs are really short. If you follow me on Snapchat, then you saw me making a full of my baby hairs the other day. They were like sticking straight up and sticking out like this. And then I always do my under chin. I have like the worst acne. It's like actually painful, these ones right here. Alright, so I did this on Thanksgiving. I feel like these blend out really easily. They may just be sticking to my foundation just a little bit. I did set it, but I'm using a super dewy foundation. I mixed the Dermacol, and that's just really dewy. But maybe I just didn't blend it out enough. It just looks a little patchy there. But what I am super in love with ever since I did it on Thanksgiving is taking Chai, which is this lighter, more cool color that I think for darker skin tones would be like useful for setting the under eyes. For me, I'm going to take it on this Morphe E3 brush, and I'm going to use it to buff out that bronzer and just really diffuse it. I did this the other day and I'm so in love with it. And I'm not going to be wearing blush with this look because it's not in the palette and I just want to stick to the palette. So I do this a lot actually. So I'm just going to be bringing that Chai color up where I would a bronzer. I mean a blush, I'm sorry. I'm just taking it on the edges of all that contouring. Alright, so I got a little crazy with that, so I'm going to be taking some setting powder. And I'm just going right underneath of that contour. And that's just going to bake and kind of be like an eraser. And then I'm going to contour the nose. I'm going to be dipping into both of the mocha and the chai. And I just like to contour the bottom of my nose because I think it shortens it. And then I like to come up right around the tip. And give it like a cute little edge. Alright, so now that I put the initial lines down with the mix of the two colors, now I'm going to go into chai and buff them out. And I bring it up a little bit further just so it, you know, the nose matches itself. I'm going to do the same thing with the powder on that one. I'm just going right outside of those contour lines. And then I'm going to go up on my forehead too and just erase some of that contouring. I'm going to let everybody sit for a sec. And then I'm going to come in and wipe it all away. And as you can see, now I have that crisp line. Sound like someone just opened my door. Alright, so I think that that looks really good. I love chai. I'm obsessed with chai. I'll talk about chai later. Now I'm going to go into the highlighters. They're all really stunningly gorgeous. French Toast is too dark for me as a highlighter, but it would make a great eyeshadow. And then Radiant is gorgeous. It's a really pretty rose gold with some gold highlights in there. I'm going to focus on Moonlight today because it's literally my favorite highlighter. It looks like this like unsuspecting white. But wait till you see it on. And it's super pigmented. Look at that. I'm using it dry. I'm using it on set skin. Now I think I had a decent amount on my brush. And you can definitely see it sits on top of the skin. I'm going to spray some setting powder on there and that would probably help. But just use a little bit less. I'm going to show you the other side with less on my brush. Alright, see that doesn't look nearly as obvious as this side. It's definitely not sitting on the skin. It's definitely blending it a lot better. I'm going to hit the Cupid's bow. I just love that it's like this in the pan. It just looks, you know, like a little white. But on, it's like this gorgeous yellow gold. I love it. I've probably talked about this 1,000 times on my channel, but I love yellow goldy highlights. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and spray my face. And I'm going to let all those powders melt together. I think for lips, I'm going to take Baby Daddy. And I'm going to put a little bit of I'm Nude in the middle. On to my thoughts on this palette. I absolutely adore this palette. It's one of my favorites. I'll do a breakdown of Fold by Fold. These highlighter palettes are so soft. These are some of my favorite textured highlighters. I have two other highlight palettes from BH Cosmetics, and then I also have the Carly Bible palette where they have some highlighters in there as well, and I'm super impressed with how they go on. They're so, so soft. I definitely layered on this side a lot, but I love it like that. Again, it's not really melting into the skin. It is sort of sitting. It's not made for my skin tone probably, but I'm gonna wear it anyways because I love it. Onto the contour powders. They are holy moly pigmented. That's what you want, you know, the more pigmented it is, the less you can use, the less you have to use, so the more product you get to use for a longer amount of time. Brownie bit way too dark for me, but I did use it on my eyes today, and I will continue to do so. It's a gorgeous color. Mocha and Chai, I absolutely love them together. One of my favorite parts about this section of the palette, not just the eyeshadows, but the eyeshadows included, is just how versatile it is for all skin tones. So if you're super pale like me, don't be afraid to get this palette because these are life. Onto the eyeshadows, I love a lot of things about the colors that she selected in here. One of my favorite things is this whole section right here and how many transition colors there are. Transition colors help you really blend out your look, and I really like this palette for that reason. I think in all it's really good for beginners, but that's one of the main reasons that I think it's a really good palette for beginners. This black is actually super black. I get so tired of palettes giving you like this dusty old charcoal black looking crap. It's super black, super pigmented. Everything, every color in here that I touched is super pigmented. BH Cosmetics is amazing. There are super high priced items that don't have nearly the amount of pigment that they put into their products. That being said, some of these are a little dusty, but I don't mind that. It just creates a little bit more fallout, but just your eyes first and then your face, and you can fix it all together. These shimmers are stunning. I used Allison for my inner corner and brow bone highlight on my face, and I was mesmerized by how soft it was. Look at that. I mean, seriously. And then the mirror is, of course, an awesome thing. This palette is super, super travel friendly, and having a mirror in it makes it even more so. The mirror creates a separation between the eyeshadows and the contour palettes, which again makes it super travel friendly. Again, high quality palettes out there that or triple the amount of this palette do not put mirrors in there, so thank them for doing that. If I had to say one bad thing about this palette, and it's not necessarily even relevant, is that some of the colors I feel from down here also up here, maybe because people wouldn't put the face powders on their eyes. Some people can be picky like that, I suppose. But if you were one of those people, Moonlight and Angel are literally super similar. Angel's a little bit lighter, it's on the bottom. Pancake and Mocha are really, really similar as well. And then Chai and Nudist are a little different, but pretty similar, all the same. Doesn't make me like the palette any less, but if I had to pick something difficult to say, I would say that those could have been three other colors that were thrown in here. Can't please everyone, but I think she really came close to pleasing everyone with this palette. So many different skin tones can rock this, and so many different people can afford this because it is such a good price. $22.50 for 21 colors. That works out to be like $1.07 per color in here, and as you can see, the contour pans are huge. Yeah, I get, like, I'm a blonde at heart, so I'm a natural blonde, so I get confused on how to fold it every once in a while, but I definitely recommend this for any beginners. I definitely recommend this for anyone, period. I don't think I'll ever travel with another palette. It's not this one. This is awesome. I didn't get the brushes, but I wish I would have. The reason I didn't get the brushes is because I ordered the Zodiac palette like 2 weeks before I ordered this, and it still hasn't come to me for whatever reason, but I ordered a bunch of brushes in that one, so I was like, I don't need any more BH brushes. But she has a gorgeous eyeshadow, or she has a gorgeous brush set that matches. Hi, so I'm starting out with a quick eye tutorial. I have not primed my eyelids yet. I'm going to go into Nudist, which is half a shade darker than my skin tone. I'm laying that down in the crease and then beginning to lay that out towards the shape of my liner. Laying this shade down first is just going to help the next shades blend effortlessly. Next, I'm going into Pancake and I'm using this color to add some depth into my crease. And I'm blending that up towards the brow bone, and I'm gonna continue building that shape out that I want for my eyeliner. She added a bunch of transition shades in this palette, so I wanted to use them. I'm going into Mousse next, and I'm putting this on my lash line, and then I'm extending it towards the outer corner. I'm just continuing to shape that liner. Doing it with these shadows is just gonna make sure everybody blends together. And then just once going over it with Pancake again, making sure everything is blended. For the depth, I'm going to go into Brownie Bite. I'm using this to create my wing liner. I'm using this flat shader brush to lay the pigment down and then blend it out at the same time. And I'm beginning to blend it up a little bit. I want this eyeliner to be the darkest at the wing and then sort of like ombre up. Brownie Bite is a contour color in this palette, but it works brilliantly as an eyeshadow. Using Pancake to blend out that Brownie Bite line. And then I'm going into Black Beauty and I'm drawing out where I want the liner to blend up from. And then I'm using that same brush to diffuse that harsh black line. And then I'm continuing to blend out that line. I'm taking a crease brush and I'm going over that line. Since it's just a little bit bigger and fluffier, it'll just help blend it out. And then I'm taking this Juvia's Place gel liner and I'm drawing out my wing liner. I want this liner to be more elongated, more rather than like thick and dramatic. Taking Black Beauty again just to set that liner. Running that brush with Brownie Bite along the liner. And then I'm taking some concealer to clean up underneath of the wing. Just get everything sharp. Using these Eylure lashes, I'm putting the glue on now. And then I'm taking Allison, which is so soft, and I'm using that to highlight my inner corner and my brow bone. Putting some mascara on my top and bottom lashes. Now that the glue is tacky, I'm sticking my lashes on, and that is it for this eye look. It is simple, but it's just enough drama. I hope you guys like this video, and thank you so much for watching.